Shalom, Salakia. Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is whom the world stubbornly calls Jesus. His true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honorable mention to the brothers out there prophesying weekly in all diligence and sincerity. And peace and salutations to the hopeful and faithful scattered elect. I just want to do a quick lesson on Laban. I'm here reading Genesis. I'm going to title this lesson, Laban was a devil. All right. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Start at Genesis, let me see, 29. I'm just gonna get to the point on this one. 29. I'll start at 29 and 14. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? And Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. Okay. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. So after the feast, you know what happened on feast, there's wine, So after, you done sip some wine, you inebriated, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got your full wits about you, right? Verse 24, and Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for an handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? Remember the serpent in the garden? It beguiled Eve. Now, I'm not saying Laban is the serpent. I'm just saying to be a devil means you be a deceiver. There are many devils, all right? 2/3 of Israelites are devils, all right? Let's get that word beguiled. Ramah, I'll just get to the point. To beguile, to deceive, to mislead, to deal treacherously. He dealt treacherously with him, man. Now check this out. And Laban said, it must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. So if this wasn't your custom, why you ain't tell me in the beginning? You done waited 7 years after you got my service, all right? And then you did all that. The deceiver, that's the mark of a devil. Okay, and this is why he did it. Let me see, what is that? We're going to see why Laban did that. This is Genesis 30. Now Jacob ready to leave now. All right, Jacob, he done served 7 years for Rachel. In turn, he got Leah. But then Laban gave him Rachel also a week later and said, give me another 7. So now he got beguiled, deceived. So now he done served Laban 14 years. All right. So this is Genesis 30 and 25. And it came to pass when Rachel had borne Joseph that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away that I may go into mine own place, into my country. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served thee, and let me go. For thou knowest my service which I have done thee. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thine eyes, tarry. For I have learned by experience that the Lord, that Yahweh have blessed me for thy sake. All right. So Laban, like, the Most High with this guy. Let me, keep him around so that I might be blessed through him. That's what Laban said. Being a devil. All right. I'm going to jump to 31. This is Genesis 31:1. And he heard the words, Jacob heard the words, and he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's. Salakia. All that was our father's hath he gotten. No, Salakia. And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's hath he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. And Yahweh said unto Jacob, return unto thy land, to the land of thy fathers, and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before, but the Most High of my father have been with me. And ye know that with all my power have I served your father, and your father hath deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. But the Most High suffered him not to hurt me. Yeah, because when you go to Genesis 30 and you get the reading down from verse 31, Jacob said, look, man, just give me the spotted, the striped, and the brown sheep. I'll take what got the blemishes. So the Lord blessed it to where the stronger animals, the animals that was blemished, the brown sheep, the goats and the cattle that was striped, and spotted, that they waxed strong, and they multiplied. So Laban seen that. And what he do is that he changed his wages 10 times. Because he's seeing that. So it say, look, in verse 8. It say, if he said, thus the speckled shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckled. See, that was the Lord. See, Laban looked at the original thing like, wait a minute. Okay, you just only get the speckled now. And then the Lord like, look, well, everything's speckled. Because there he's being a devil, man. He went back on the agreement. If he said, thus the speckled shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckled. And if he said, thus the ring straked means striped. All right, streaked, striped. Shall be thy hire, then bear all the cattle ring straight. Thus the Most High have taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me. Yeah, because you was being a devil. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived that I lifted up mine eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the cattle were ring-straked, speckled, and grizzled. Grizzled is, spotted, marked. All right. And the angel of the Most High spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob, Kahalon, Yahabashim, and it's 12:44. And I said, here am I. And he said, lift up now thine eyes, and see all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring-straked, speckled and grizzled, for I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee. So the Lord saw that, man. You know what I'm saying? But what did Jacob do? Jacob still patiently endured it, man. When you go into Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it talks about enduring it talks about that, man. Let's see real quick. This is Sirach 2. I'll just start at the top. It said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. This is the point I wanted. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased. increased at thy last end. Now that's talking about on a more definitive level of it's talking about having faith, man. He that endureth to the end shall be saved. And that increase that we want is salvation. Reigning with Yahweh Shai, glory, crowns. All right. Cleave unto him, you know what I'm saying? Trust in him, put your faith in him. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And that's what Jacob exhibited, man, when he was dealing with Laban. He was patient in that lower state, you know what I'm saying? And the last end that he was increased in was when he left Laban. That was, that 14 years, that was the end result, man. Him being increased. On a physical, physically speaking. All right. Spiritually speaking, being increased at your last end is salvation. All right. Verse 13, I am the Most High, I am the power of Bethel, where thou anointedst the pillar, and where thou vowest a vow unto me. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred. All right. And that's it on that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratasai. This was edifying, for Salakia, I was trying to see if there was anything else I had. But, Lord willing, this was an edified lesson. Once again, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and Shalom.